Well, many people from this province are still trying to get home amid this coronavirus crisis. Mike Lilly is one of them. He's in Arizona with his wife for the winter and joins me now. So, Mr. Lilly, what's your situation down there now?
Currently, after many hours on phones and such, we are booked to leave this coming Sunday to fly back to St. John's finally, myself and my wife and my mother-in-law. So it's been a little bit of a frustrating period, but hopefully it's coming to a conclusion.
What was frustrating about it?
Well, we unfortunately had, I said before the coronavirus really went more rampant, we had booked our flights in early March, and when the travel advisory hit on that Friday the 13th, unfortunately, we were forced now to make alternate plans because our medical insurance would have been void. So the criteria for getting refunds and such, we part of our leg of a return was outside that, and additionally we had booked through a third party travel company, so Air Canada and WestJet would not deal with us directly. And to this point, we have still had difficulty contacting this third party travel agency, and it's just, I guess they're just overrun with similar situations to ourselves.
Yeah, no doubt. So it sounds like it's been a pretty complicated process for you.
Well, you're hours and hours on hold, which I'm sure is a common thing. And then sometimes when you finally get through to them, they say, well, our system has crashed, phone back. And then because you're unable to make your plans, you start making alternate plans and to somehow ensure that you get home.
Yeah, well, at least you do have a flight home, and it won't be too long now before you're back on the island.
Correct. Hopefully, it's still going to be a little bit of a nervous process. No one wants to get on planes these days, but it's I'll say a necessary evil in order to get home for us.
Yeah, and you are traveling internationally, so that means that you will have to self-isolate for 2 weeks when you get back. How is that going to work for you? Because you haven't been in your house for a while. I assume your fridge is empty. How are you going to adjust to that self-isolation?
Well, it's we've been very fortunate that we built into a new subdivision where we have neighbors beside us who have been helpful, and we have also have some excellent friends from back home who are taking our vehicle out of storage, taking it down to the airport for us, and leaving it there, and basically doing the grocery run for us, so that when we get home, our refrigerator will be fully blocked, so to speak, till to get us through this period.
Yeah. Are you ready to stay in isolation for 2 weeks?
Oh, definitely. We've been, well, in Arizona here, when we've been sort of doing a lot of that now, just to, you know, outside of, potentially putting your other people at risk, you don't want to put yourself at risk. So it's a twofold reason to self-isolate, really.
Yeah, and what's the situation in Arizona? What are people saying? What's the mood like down there? Do you have a lot of cases?
I think I just read this morning in the part of the county that we're in, which is just outside Arizona, they've had 44 cases this morning. There's been no deaths to my knowledge, but I think it's like everywhere. It takes a while for people to really understand the severity and the importance of it. And there's always a certain part of the populace who are minimizing it, and there's other people who go overboard, and we all have to try to find that in between situation.
Well, Mike Lilly, thanks so much for finding the time to speak with us. Good luck getting home and safe travels.
Thank you very much and appreciate the time.
Thank you.